Hello, and welcome to Daily English Conversation, Making New Friends, the podcast that helps you learn English with real-life conversations. Whether you're a beginner or looking to improve your skills, we're here to make English easy and fun. In today's episode, we'll explore how to start a conversation and make new friends in English. So, let's dive in.
That's right. You know, making friends in a new language can feel pretty challenging at first. But don't worry, we're going to break it down into simple, practical steps that you can use right away.
Exactly. And what I love about today's topic is that it's something we all need, right? Whether you're traveling, studying abroad, or just meeting new people in your community.
Absolutely. And the best part is, these conversation skills will help you feel more confident in any social situation. We'll show you how to start a conversation, keep it going naturally, and maybe even make some lasting friendships along the way.
Oh, and we've got some really great examples coming up that I think everyone's going to find super helpful. Now, we're going to share a really helpful conversation between two people meeting for the first time at a local community event.
Right. We'll be listening to Candace, who's new to the city, and Alec, who's been living there for a few years. They meet at one of those casual neighborhood meetups, you know?
Oh, I love these kinds of situations. They're perfect for practicing English because they're so common, right?
Exactly. And what's great about this example is that it shows how you can naturally start a conversation with someone you've never met before.
Let's listen to how Candace and Alec break the ice and get to know each other. Pay attention to how they use simple questions to keep the conversation flowing.
Hi, I don't think we've met before. I'm Alec. What's your name?
Hey, I'm Candace. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So, what brings you here today?
I'm actually new in town. I thought I'd come to check out this event and meet some people. How about you?
That's awesome. I've been living here for a few years now. I love coming to these events. It's always a good way to meet people. Are you from around here or did you move from somewhere else?
I actually just moved from Boston. It's been a big change, but I'm excited to explore more.
Wow, that's a big move. How are you finding it so far?
It's been great, but a little overwhelming at times. Still getting used to everything. The people here seem really friendly, though.
Yeah, people here are super nice. Have you found any cool places to visit yet? Like cafes or parks?
Not yet, but I'm definitely looking for recommendations. Do you have any favorite spots?
Oh, definitely. There's this amazing cafe called the Bean Scene just down the street. They have the best coffee and pastries I've ever tried. And if you like outdoor spaces, Riverside Park is absolutely beautiful. Perfect for morning walks or afternoon picnics.
That sounds exactly like what I've been looking for. I love finding good coffee spots. Do you go there often?
Yeah, I'm actually there most weekends. Their blueberry muffins are to die for. You know, if you're interested in exploring the area, I'd be happy to show you around sometime.
That would be great. I'd love to get to know the neighborhood better. By the way, what do you like to do in your free time? Any hobbies?
I'm really into photography, actually. I love capturing the city scenes, especially during sunset. It's just a hobby, but it's so much fun. What about you?
No way! I'm into photography too. Though I'm just starting to learn. I've been trying to find some good spots to practice around here.
Oh my gosh, that's perfect. You know, there's this amazing spot at Highland Point that gives you the best view of the city skyline. The lighting there during golden hour is absolutely incredible.
Really? I'd love to check that out. I've been looking for new places to practice my photography skills.
Hey, we should totally go shoot together sometime. It's always more fun with another photographer, and I could show you some of my favorite spots around the city.
That would be amazing. I've been wanting to meet other photographers too. It's always good to learn from each other, right?
Exactly. And there's actually a local photography group that meets once a month. Would you be interested in joining sometime? They're super welcoming to newcomers.
Yes, absolutely. That sounds like exactly what I need right now. Meeting new people who share the same interests.
Wow, did you notice how naturally that conversation flowed? I love how they found common ground with photography.
Exactly. Let's break down some of the conversation strategies they used. First, did you notice how Alec asked open-ended questions that encouraged Candace to share more?
Oh yeah, like when he asked, "What brings you here today?" instead of just asking yes, no questions.
Right. And Candace did a great job of giving detailed responses and then asking questions back. It's like playing catch with the conversation, you know?
I also noticed how they used follow-up questions to show interest. Like when Candace mentioned being new in town, Alec immediately asked where she moved from.
That's such a good observation. Follow-up questions show you're actively listening and interested in what the other person is saying. They also help create a deeper connection.
And did you catch how they transitioned from one topic to another? It felt so smooth and natural.
Definitely. They used phrases like "by the way" and "speaking of" to move between topics. Also, when Alex shared local recommendations, he made them personal by adding his own experiences, like mentioning the blueberry muffins at the cafe.
I loved how they showed enthusiasm too. Using expressions like "that's awesome" and "no way" really helps keep the energy up.
And notice how they weren't afraid to share their own experiences and opinions. That's what makes conversations feel authentic and helps build real connections.
You know, since we both love photography, we should definitely meet up sometime and explore some of those spots you mentioned.
That's a great idea. I'd love to learn some tips from you too, even though you said you're a beginner.
Oh, maybe we could make it a regular thing, like a weekly photo walk or something?
That sounds fun. We should exchange numbers so we can plan it properly.
Absolutely. Here, let me pull up my phone. What's your number?
It's 555-0123. Should I give you a missed call so you have mine too?
I'll send you a text right now so you have mine as well.
Oh, great. I just got it. I'll save your number too.
Cool. So maybe we could check out that park we talked about next weekend. The weather's supposed to be really nice.
That works for me. Saturday morning would be perfect. I'm usually free then.
Saturday morning sounds great. I know this awesome little coffee shop nearby too. We could grab a coffee before starting our photo walk.
Oh, that's perfect. I'm always up for coffee. Should we say around 9?
9 works great for me. I'll text you the exact location of the coffee shop later.
Sounds like a plan. I'm really looking forward to it.
Did you notice how naturally they used filler phrases throughout their conversation? Like when Alex said, "you know," at the beginning?
Exactly. These little phrases are so important in making conversations sound more natural. Let's break down some of the key ones we heard.
I noticed they used "oh" quite a lot, especially when responding to new information.
That's right. "Oh" is such a versatile expression. It shows you're actively listening and processing what the other person is saying, like when Candace said, "Oh great, I just got it," when receiving Alex's text.
And they used "you know" and "like" quite naturally too.
These are perfect examples of what we call discourse markers. They help make speech sound more casual and friendly. Another good one we heard was "absolutely." It's much more enthusiastic than just saying yes.
Speaking of enthusiasm, did you notice how they used tone to show interest? Like when Alex said, "that's awesome."
Definitely. These kinds of expressions really help to build rapport. I also loved how they used phrases like "sounds like a plan" and "works for me." These are such natural ways to show agreement.
The conversation flowed so smoothly from one topic to another. They didn't just stick to yes or no answers, did they?
No, they always added extra information to keep the conversation going. Like when Candace mentioned being free on Saturday mornings. That gave Alex something more to work with.
They also used a lot of confirming questions, right? Like, should we say around 9?
That's a great observation. These kinds of questions show you're engaged and making sure you understand correctly. It's also a really natural way to make plans together.
And I loved how they mixed casual and polite language. It struck just the right balance for new friends.
Absolutely. It's all about finding that sweet spot between being friendly and respectful. Phrases like "that works for me" and "sounds perfect" are great examples of casual but polite language.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today in our episode about making new friends in English. Let's recap some of the key points we learned.
Right. First and foremost, remember that starting a conversation can be as simple as introducing yourself and asking open-ended questions.
Exactly. And don't forget to use those natural fillers we talked about, like "you know" and "well." They really help make your English sound more authentic.
Another important point is to show genuine interest in what the other person is saying. Using expressions like "that's awesome" or "oh really?" can make such a difference.
And remember, it's totally okay to start with simple topics like the weather or asking about someone's day. The key is to build from there and find common interests.
Just like Candace and Alec did when they discovered their shared interest in photography.
So, just remember, keeping things light and asking questions is a simple way to keep conversations going.
Yeah, and don't stress about sounding perfect. It's about connecting with people. Thanks for tuning in to the English Mastery Podcast. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone. Keep practicing and stay confident.